Downtown Phoenix was still a work in progress as recently as 4 years ago when I was first elected mayor of Phoenix. The city had made some very strategic investments over the last 7-8 years. In particular, investment in higher education. ASU downtown wasn't even here a decade ago. Now it's a burgeoning campus and growing at a very rapid pace. We had made an investment in transportation, particularly light rail, and we just started constructing that in the early 2000s and went online in the late 2000s. But we had the recession, so even though we had those investments, we didn't see the people coming. Now that the economy is doing better, now that there's a change in kind of attitude by so many people that they want a more urban lifestyle, you're seeing it. I think some people thought, could Phoenix be a big city which didn't have a strong center core? Could we buck the trend around the rest of the country? And I think we've learned the answer is no. Downtown Phoenix is important, not just to the city of Phoenix, not just to the Valley of the Sun, not just the state of Arizona. I would argue in the entire southwestern United States, this is the business center. So having a great downtown is very, very important economically to the future of our city. Never underestimate the importance of an investment in your arts community as it relates to the right kind of economic development. If I try to bring in people from the entrepreneurial community, it really matters whether or not they think you're a cool place to live. And one of the best ways to send that message is we invest in the arts, not just the symphony, ballet, and opera and kind of the high arts, but also great places like we're sitting now along Roosevelt Row, cool funky places like on Grand Avenue. As those places come alive with their own personalities, providing a range of places for people to live depending on what level of funkiness you like, Phoenix has those options. We never had those options before, and that's a really good thing for the future of our city. I'm seeing it pay off. I think the community is seeing it pay off. Many people are choosing to live along the light rail line. Many of the best employers are choosing to locate along the light rail line. Banner Health, the largest employer in the state of Arizona, has chosen to move its corporate headquarters to right at Central and Thomas. So investment in light rail does pay long-term dividends for the benefit of our community. I want my city, Phoenix, to be able to compete as one of the top economic cities, not just in the United States, but across the globe over the next few decades. We have to improve our ways. What we've done in the past has been good, but we have to up our game in so many ways if we're going to compete. Up our game educationally, up our games from an art and culture perspective, and up our game in terms of bringing the types of jobs here, sustainable jobs, high-wage jobs in science or in healthcare or in engineering that really make us competitive on a global stage. Most of the job creation, most of the economic activity is in small business. Phoenix is one of the best entrepreneurial cities in the entire United States of America. It's in our DNA. And so we like to start small businesses. We're not as akin to taking a job with some mega corporation and spending our whole lives in that corporation. People of Phoenix like to create things, like to do things, like to make things. So we're an entrepreneurial spirit. Downtown Phoenix arguably is the epicenter of that. So many co-working spaces, incubators, the places that have the most personality, the restaurants, the bars, the art galleries, they're all small businesses that are locally owned. I think that our city is well on its way to being a leading city in this country and globe over the next decade or so. And I think that a lot of the decisions we're making now, a lot of the markers that we are laying now are going to pay long-term dividends. So I'm proud of my city. I love my city. I'm raising my kids here. I'm not going anywhere. I love it. But I'm also optimistic about our future. And the fact that we're urbanizing, we're developing this awesome center city is one of the reasons that I have so much optimism about our future.